when you're doing marketing, you have to narrow down your niche. Like you want to become an expert at one thing. You have to figure out who your niche is, who your market is. And once you figure that out, like who are you going to go after? All your social media, your content has to be talking to this specific niche. Because when you do marketing, you have to be very specific on who you're going after.
Welcome to the Cutting Edge Show, a business and construction podcast. I am your host, Carlos Guerrero. Enjoy the show.
Welcome to the Cutting Edge Show. Today we have Kevin. Kevin is here seeking information on how to generate more leads for his construction business. Now, Kevin's only been in business for only a year, and so far, Kevin is crushing it. So, Kevin, welcome to the show. How are you, sir?
Everything good, thanks to God. Happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
So we were speaking before the show started, and you were actually telling me a little about your business. So now just tell the audience here how you started your business, how long you've been in business, what are you doing, and where you are right now.
Hello, my name is Kevin Chavez. I've been in business for about 1 year. My business is called Chavez Construction. We specialize in residential construction, home improvement, and remodels. I started this business when I was just 18 years old, fresh out of high school, strictly off my love for construction and homes. To this day, I've made gross amount $50,000, and I couldn't be more in love with the business.
All right. So Kevin here, basically he reached out to us and he's basically wants to learn more about business. I mean, he has a lot of gaps in his business, but today we're going to focus on marketing and networking because he's having issue generating quality leads or enough leads, right? Now, he has done great. He's only been in business for a year. Last year, his gross was $20,000. This year, he's up to $60,000 in gross. And not only that, but he has already landed a new construction project of 5 houses that he's going to start developing. So you're definitely in the right path, my friend. Definitely, whatever you're doing, keep it up. But today's topic is the marketing. So I feel the marketing is such a big area of stuff and opportunities that you could be doing in the marketing. Now, tell me, what are you doing in marketing for your business today?
Right now for marketing, it's mainly based off of small social media accounts, personal interactions, in-person interactions. And yeah, not much more than that. Just
okay. So let's talk about your social media accounts. When you say social media, are you posting daily? Are you giving information?
Yes, I am.
How does that look in your social media?
It's mainly site visits, taking pictures of projects, progress coming along, material pickups, stuff like that, stuff that would be more of a day in my life.
Okay.
So you could see what it looks like and how the Chavez Builders looks.
Nice. So that's a good start to do your social media because you definitely want to show your audience what happens in the construction. You want to give them tips. You want to basically talk to your audience like if they're your customers. And obviously, who's your customer? Do you know that?
Not yet.
Okay, so who's your ideal clients?
Ideal clients would be home investors, people looking to remodel their own homes, people with home repairs, people that, might have broken a wall, maybe want to change something about the layout of their house, stuff like that.
Okay, so here's my first tip for marketing. When you're doing marketing, you have to narrow down your niche. Right now, you just mentioned homeowners, investors, somebody that wants to do repairs. Your niche is too wide. Like you want to become an expert at one thing, whether it's for investors to do investment properties and what value you bring to them, whether it's for homeowners to do major renovations or for homeowners and just do repairs. So you have to figure out who your niche is, who your market is. And once you figure that out, like who are you going to go after, right? All your social media, your content has to be talking to this specific niche. Now, I am not saying just because you generate all the opportunities and all the leads, you're not going to help them. What I'm saying is when you do marketing, you have to be very specific on who you're going after. So, for example, you just tapped into a great market, which is investors doing new construction, right? Because those are the projects that you're going to come up next.
Yeah.
And most likely you're going to be doing a lot of content of you doing this new construction.
Yes, 100%.
So with having that, I feel that you should head that way. Focus on investors that want to do their new construction or wanted to do like a major renovation for investment purposes. So moving forward, your marketing, your talks, your social media, your pictures, the information you provide on social media has to be talking to investors and has to be talking to what you do for investors, right? When you narrow down that, it's easier for you to basically create your content. It's easier for you to basically talk to your audience and most important, provide value. Because now when you're getting behind the camera on your job sites, you want to be able to explain to people what's the difference between doing a cheaper floor versus a nicer floor. Like, where do you get your return on investments? Because remember, you're talking to investors. And everything that you do in social media and content has to be talking to your investors. That's number one. But that's where everything starts, because now you understand your clients, right? Now, from there, you cannot just depend on social media. Now you have to basically do that and continue doing that. But then you move on to the next thing. Maybe you want to do ads. Maybe you want to have signs. Maybe you want to get in other party websites like Houses is a great platform. You have Angie's List. You have a lot of different platforms out there that you want to do that. And also you want to be able to create different accounts. But every time you create a different account, whether it's this House, Angie's List, your landing page, maybe a landing page, you want to do a landing page. You have a website?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So then your website should also change the way that is presented, because now you're focusing on your ideal clients. So what happens is that if I'm an investor and I see one of your ads, or I see a sign, or I meet you in person, the first thing I'm gonna do is like, who is this guy? Like, maybe we get to speak maybe 2 minutes. Say, hey, I'm Kevin. Hey, I'm Carlos. Nice to meet you. Great. This is my website. Okay. Well, I'm gonna look you up. If what you told me from that meeting, that you do investment properties, that you're doing new construction, or you're doing major renovation, does not match with everything out there that you have, there's gonna be a disconnect. I'm gonna lose interest. I'm gonna look, okay, either you're full of shit, excuse my French, or something is off. So you always start with who your client is, and then from there everything has to match. So your website should have a section for investors and have a section for the type of projects that you do, new construction and major renovations, right? Okay. Now, if you wanna go to repairs and stuff like that, then your website should be that you're the expert in repairs. And this is why, this is what you do, and this is who you help. But I feel where you're headed to is for investors and new constructions, because you already have those projects. And now, more important, you're gonna be able to have those as references.
Yes, that's the most important.
That's the most important things, references. In addition to that, you need to build your Google accounts. You need to build your reviews. So you create your Google account, and again, everything's your company, what you do, what you specialize in, and then you're gonna have your clients make sure that they give you reviews. Do you have any questions so far on what I'm saying about the marketing?
Not mostly toward the marketing, but when it were to come to references, I would say that's a very important part. And you can have references on one stream, which is the investors, but when you were to look to the other ones, the homeowners and the repairs, how would you go about that?
Well, you just told me a minute ago that last year you did $20,000 in a cabana and stuff like that. Who were your clients?
Personal clients, personally known.
But they're homeowners.
Homeowners, correct.
You already have 2 referrals. So now you want to make sure. Now, did you do a good job? Were they happy or were they not happy?
They were ecstatic.
Okay, so you already have 2 referrals. You already have 2 people that are going to say great things about you and what. So when you're building a business, when you're creating a business, it's really about relationships, right? It's really about creating relationships and doing good, because whatever you do today in your business and how you treat your customers, how you treat your clients, and how successful you are is going to haunt you for the rest of the days. When I started my business, my ideas was not about how much money I could make. I mean, I did want to make money. I wanted to be profitable, but you also have to look at the big picture. And the big picture is when you're getting starting, do good. Do your first job, do it good, and do it like that's your showroom, because you want to have showrooms. And your first project, your second project, your third project, all those projects becomes your showroom that you're going to be able to bring clients. You're going to be able to have new potential clients, call them and say great things about you. Because one thing is saying, yeah, I am great. Another thing is having a third party say, yeah, he did a great job. They showed up on time. They were clean. They did everything that they promises. When there were problems, they resolved the problems. They had an issue. I mean, we had issues, but they always resolved them. So you want somebody to have them. And most important, hey, come see my showroom because I did it. So that's how you start building your references. And references doesn't always have to be a homeowner, a project that you did. References could be somebody that really knows you, like somebody that has worked with you before. Like it could be a subcontractor that you have treated good. Like those are also references. It just depends what kind of reference you need for the project. Make sense?
Yeah. In regards to the showroom, I think that's one of the most important things I'm looking for right now. I'm young. I have plenty of time to make money right now. I'm looking more toward building a big showroom, showing clients that quality work is being done over here. And that's the most important part for me. Yeah.
Yeah. So that like you nailed it, right? Like you should be focusing, on making money, but focus more on servicing people, because that's what's going to basically get you from your small business to a bigger business. That better you do, like keep your promise, commit to your client, always be upfront. If you say something, make sure you do it. The problem that a lot of contractors have in our industry is that they depend on so many people. That's the other part. You have to make sure that you choose the right subcontractors that are going to also go with what you're saying.
Yeah, they have the same mindset as me. Yeah, happy customers.
Exactly. So that's really with the marketing. And the marketing is another tip on the marketing, guys, is you have to be consistent. Like marketing, if I knew this before, like I would invest all my money in marketing from the beginning, like all my energy in marketing, because the more people that you could reach out, the better. And also more going back to the marketing is like, you also have to go to events. You also have to meet more people, make more connections. And there's tons of courses out there that you could learn about networking, about marketing. You could learn a lot of stuff out there that's for free videos. You go to YouTube, how I become a better communicator. How can I network with people? How can I bring value? And one of the things about marketing is that when you go into places, you always have to focus on what can I give? What problem could I solve? When you go with that mentality of what problem I could solve, everything just becomes easier, because you're going from the heart of helping, not just what you're getting in return. Yeah, I mean, networking is also a huge one.
Yeah, 100% agree with you. Yeah, happy customers, happy life. In regards to marketing,
it's actually a happy wife, happy life. But I guess it works with customers too.
Yeah, 100% marketing. I would say that getting out there is more important than sales to an extent, because when you're getting out there, you're looking for more leads and more leads and more leads. And when you have a certain amount of leads, eventually one of them is gonna become a sale. Not every customer is your customer.
Yes, 100%. And at some point, you want to basically be able to just focus on what you're really good at and who you bring value, because there's going to be investors that you don't bring any value because they're for another reason. And like sometimes that numbers don't make sense to them. But there's nothing you can do, because if you were to lower the price and hire the wrong subcontractor, and then that person doesn't show up, they do bad quality work, then it just becomes a disaster. So not every investor is going to be your clients, and you also have to learn to identify who is the right client and who's not. Like who are you going to be able to build a business and who you're not. And that's again, in your position, you're trying to get as much as you can, but you also have to be careful on who you're going after.
Yeah, 100%. I would say when you're young, you're ambitious to make money. You see people with the fancy cars, you see people with the nice jewelry, designer clothes, and 100%. When you're starting off a business, you got to know when to say no, when to let a customer go.
Yeah, 100%. And you learn that throughout the time. Like, I mean, we had bad customers that everything started great, and we were so desperate on getting the project. We got the project, but then the construction process was just a nightmare, right? Like there's bad communication. They couldn't make decisions. They felt that the contractor has to do everything for them. And another big thing too, that I'm on the topic, is like, you want to educate your client from the beginning. You want to basically explain to them who does what. What is the architect's responsibility? What is the general contractor's responsibility? What is the project manager's responsibility? What is the designer's responsibility? What is the owner's responsibility? Because everybody, to do a project like these big projects, it requires a team of people. What are the subcontractors' responsibility? For example, a subcontractor is not there to solve your problems. It's not there to design for you. A subcontractor is simply there to go look at a set of plans that the architect created, that the owner approved, and follow those plans. Now, if there's a change in the plans, don't expect the subcontractor to guess what changes you want, because they're following the plans. Now, when there's a change, there has to be a process. Okay, well, you need to stop. The plans need to go back to the architect, which is, he created the plans, which he's actually liable for those plans. The engineer needs to make calculations to make sure whatever changes are gonna be there. Like if it's a structural change, you need an engineer to sign it off.
Yeah, make sure everything's safe.
Everything's safe, right? So a lot of times the owner doesn't know who's responsible for what, and it becomes like a blaming game. Oh, well, you're supposed to do this, or I expect you to do that, and it doesn't really work like that. So when you're starting, you also want to be very upfront with the client. Hey, what are your expectations first? Because again, it's about the client. And you could ask these questions. Hey, what are your expectations from me? Because everything starts from communication and alignment and understanding who's doing what. And then your expectations from them could be as simple as, listen, my expectations from you is, please make decisions in a time frame so it doesn't delay the project. When I send you an invoice, please pay us on time. And that's all I ask.
Collaboration. 100%.
It's a team effort thing.
Architects, subcontractors, contractors, as long as everybody's cooperating and on the same level, everything seems to move a lot smoother and a lot better for everybody, from contractors, owners, subcontractors. Everybody seems a lot happier when there's cooperation.
Exactly. And guys, by the way, if you're enjoying this show, you want to be part of the show, you could go to www.cuttingedgeshow.com and sign up to be our next guest. Now, going back to what you were just saying a minute ago, also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Going back to what you were saying before, the reason that I'm talking about the collaboration thing is because if you want to build your brand, if you want to build your marketing, if you want to build references, you're going to have to do a good job on your projects. And if you cannot communicate, if you cannot collaborate, if you cannot lead the team, because at the end of the day, when a client hires you to be the general contractor, the project manager of the company, of the project, you're fully in charge. You're fully responsible for everything that happens. And it's up to you to educate your client. It's up to you to manage your subs, to manage the architect, to manage the designer, so that everybody in the team is involved and everybody understands who's doing what. When you take control as the leader of the project and you're successfully be able to manage your project, that's when you're gonna be able to get your references and your referrals. Because remember, your client's not gonna know. It is your job to explain to your client how this complicated construction process can be, because it could be very complicated. Remember, if you're doing a brand new house or if you're doing a major renovation, you have at least 20 to 30 people, teams of people that need to work in a job to build this beautiful thing, to put it together.
Yeah.
And it takes a lot of collaboration. It takes a lot of communication. It takes a lot of understanding, goal setting, supervision, management, leadership, organization. Like, it takes a lot. So that's where you get your referrals. And then from there, you could grow your marketing, because at the end of the day, if you're going to be getting bad reviews, if you're going to be getting negative feedback, then it's really hard to grow your business.
Oh yeah, I agree. When I did a little bit of research into the construction industry, the first thing I would do is, search up a company and look at the Google reviews. And, I wouldn't look at the good ones first. I'd look at the bad ones. Yes. Because people tend to focus a lot more on the negatives than the positives.
100%.
100%, yeah. And I've had this with other people in the past, one bad project will haunt them for 10, 15, a bunch of years, all because of one mistake, one miscommunication, one employee that didn't pay attention to a set of plans, and, something bad came out in the house.
Yeah. And another thing too, I'm going to give you one last tip for everybody here before we finish this. You're going to make mistakes, especially if you're starting. You're going to make mistakes. So tip number one, or tip of the day, own your mistakes. Don't come up with excuses. Nobody wants to hear excuses. You tell the client, you look at the client in the face and you say, Dear Mr. Smith, or whoever his name is, I messed up. I am sorry. I'm gonna correct it. It's my fault. Take responsibility for your mistakes. Don't try to argue. Don't try to make it seem like it wasn't your fault, because at the end of the day, they're hiring you for your expertise. So own to your mistakes, make adjustments, let them know, and just keep going. Hey guys, and don't forget, we have a mentorship program that will help you start or grow your business in construction. Right now, you could go to www.training.cuttingedgementoring.com to sign up. Can't stop, won't stop. Let's go. Hey guys, let's take a break. If you enjoyed this show, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Also, for more information, link below. Let's go. Anything else you wanna add?
How do you deal with loss? Like when something doesn't go your way, how do you kind of build up from something that doesn't go right?
You basically take notes, what went wrong, and you keep moving forward. You have to focus on the future, not the past. There's nothing you can do about the past.
Okay.
Focus on the future, focus on the solution, focus on moving forward. The problems, we'll have problems. They're gonna continue coming.
It's part of the business.
It's part of the business, and it's part of the learning. In your case, the more you could learn, the better. Actually, that mentorship will be good for you. So we have a mentorship program that you could basically, we have all these videos that will help you, and that's what you need to do. You need to educate yourself. You need to, the more educated you are in the construction, the more confidence you're gonna have. Yeah, and that's what you need.
I try to stick more around mentors, people that know a lot more than me.
Yes.
You tend to stick around them, the knowledge eventually sticks to you.
Yes, absolutely. So just keep educating yourself, keep putting information in your hard drive, and it'll be great. And learn by the mistakes. All right, guys, there you have it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Can't stop, won't stop. Let's go. Hey, if you want to be part of the show, go to cuttingedgeshow.com. Link below. See you soon.